First of all, I have the worst handwriting in the world, so please bear with me. My name's Greg Resha. And like she said, yeah, I do tons of product knowledge, so that's really what we're going to focus on today. I'm going to put my website on here, and you can follow. I do all sorts of videos, especially about image skincare, how the products work, how the ingredients work. And the website is my last name, Resha. Skin.com. If you go there, you can find all sorts of resources about vitamins, about ingredients, about the image skincare line. Before I get too far into it, I just want to quickly introduce myself. I am a graduate of Paul Mitchell School. I actually sat right there in that seat in the aesthetics room. I started out as a makeup artist in 2003. And in 2015, I started my first skincare line for preserving and healing tattoos. I got my aesthetics license in 2023, and I also have a diploma in organic skincare formulation. I'm currently the skin specialist at Prodigy Salon here in Colorado Springs. Prodigy Salon actually has a relationship with the Paul Mitchell School here, which is a lot of our artists, hairstylists come through here to do little classes and stuff. So here's just a little information about Prodigy Salon. Prodigy Salon does things a little bit differently than other salons and spas. It is a membership salon. That means, kind of like Netflix, you pay a monthly fee and you get all of your hair, all of your skin, all of your waxing, unlimited for a month. And the entire team is paid based on how many subscribers or members can have, all right? So when a guest comes in and they say, hey, I want your signature facial, they're not going to say, okay, well, the signature facial costs this much and then you're gonna have a tax on it. No, if you're a member, you can have as many facials as you want. If you're a member, you can get your color every week if you want, deep conditions. So that's what we do. That's step one of what we do, is we're a membership salon. On the other side, we're an education salon. So we have 3 levels of stylists. The level 1 are people that are just brand new into the salon. It doesn't matter if you have 20 years of experience or 1 year of experience, you are new at Prodigy Salon, and that's where we start. And there's an entire educational program throughout your career at Prodigy Salon. So as you progress, your pay gets better, your clientele starts to stick to you even better, and retail flies off the shelf with this business model. The reason why is because they're already paying a monthly fee. So when they get all of their colors, and they get all their conditions, and they get all of their facials, it makes it easier to swallow the price of retail at the end of the service. Especially with the products that we serve, we have Kevin Murphy, which is an Australian hair line, and then we have Image Skincare, which is, in my opinion, one of the best in the world. It was started by Janet Aronic in 2004, and it's been going ever since. Is anybody familiar with the Vitamin C Hydrating Anti-Aging Serum? Anybody use that one? That one started the entire line. She created it for herself because she suffers from redness, she suffers from rosacea. And so she started going to chemists and she started going to doctors and started creating this product, the Vitamin C Hydrating Anti-Aging Serum. Then she married a plastic surgeon and they created the entire image skincare line out of that. And today it is one of the most successful professional skincare brands in the world. Today I'm just going to go in and I'm going to just do a little bit a few specifics on vitamins and how they work. I'm going to go in and talk about different skin types and how different products can work with those skin types. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk about specific ingredients or really common ingredients because I understand that product knowledge is one of the hardest things when you're in esthetician school. Because specifically with image skincare, there are over 100 different products in the skincare line. And there's no way to memorize them all, especially if you're in school and you're still learning everything else. Product knowledge is only one piece of what you're learning. So I'm just going to start with the different skin types. The different skin types that I'm going to talk about today is dry skin, oily skin, combination skin, and sensitive skin. I'm going to skip over normal skin because I've never seen anybody with normal skin. First of all, dry skin. These starting out with dry skin is a lack of oil. All right, oily skin is an overproduction of oil. So when you're choosing a product for a specific guest with these different concerns, there's a general rule: oil versus water. We all know that water and oil don't mix. Water-based products are generally for people who have oily or acneic skin. You want to use gels or oil-based products, again, with people who have oily or acneic skin. People with dry skin, they have a lack of oil, so you want to put that oil back in. So starting with that, dry skin, you want to put more oil in it. Oily skin, you want to put more water in it. Okay? And when it comes to specific skincare products, generally there are mainly gels, which are water-based, and then there are creams, which are oil-based. Creams are literally whipped oil. And so when you're using like the Vital C line, that is an oil-based line for people with dry skin or people with redness in their skin. The Ormetic line is more of a water-based or a gel-based line. And it's also, I've noticed that the Ormetic line from Image Skincare, at first I just thought it was like, okay, yeah, anybody can use it and it's all right. But the more that I've used it, I've realized that this is one of the most powerhouse skincare lines in the world, because it can work and be effective on everybody. It doesn't matter what your skin type is, it doesn't matter what your skin condition is, Ormetic line can be used on and can provide results for everyone. And then when you go into combination skin is generally you're oily right in the center of the T-zone, and then you're dry and flaky on the outside. For those people, you still want to go with gels, water-based for people with combination skin. Quickly, I just want to talk about vitamins. I actually wrote a book about vitamins last year. It's available on Amazon, and I'm going to be giving a few of these copies out today for these folks. In fact, this one's for you for the instructions. So briefly, I'm just going to go into vitamins for you and how they work. First of all, there's vitamin A. It's also known as retinol. Retinol is a form of vitamin A, and basically what retinol can do is two forms. One, it helps with aging, and two, it helps with acne. How it helps with aging? How it helps with aging is retinols, it's an R and R for me, that's how I remember it. Retinols renew. Retinols renew. So when you're talking about skin and your cell turnover, as we are younger, our cells turn over at a normal rate. So that means there's flaking off, and we're getting rid of them, and they're naturally shedding through our youth. As we age, as we get older, our cells start to slow down. And when that when those cells turn over slower, that's where we start to get saggy. That's where we start to get fine lines and wrinkles, because there's a lack of turnover, or it's not turning over as fast as it used to. And that's how we start seeing bags under the eyes. That's how we start seeing marionette lines. It's because our cells are turning over slower. Retinol speeds up that process. Retinol helps your cells to turn over faster, which helps to reduce the signs of fine lines and wrinkles. Sometimes retinols get confused with peptides. Peptides are a protein that holds your skin together. Retinols are a compound that renew your skin cells. So R and R, retinols renew, P and P, peptides prevent. Peptides prevent new wrinkles from forming. Retinols renew old wrinkles. Is that making sense, guys? Awesome. We're going to move on to the next one, vitamin B. For our purposes, the most common form of vitamin B is called niacinamide. I'm sure you've heard that one on the commercials, niacinamide, vitamin B. This, again, has two benefits for your skin. One, it helps to remove oils and surface oils from your skin. So this is excellent for people with acneic skin because it can help to remove surface oils. The other side of vitamin B is it helps to lighten, brighten, and even out the skin tone. So this is excellent, again, for people with acne, because people with acne, they have the redness, they have the inflammation, because a lot of the acne that we see is inflammation. And vitamin B can go in there and help calm down the redness, it can calm down the inflammation. Next up is vitamin C, which is personally my favorite, and I like to call it a super ingredient. The reason why I call it a super ingredient is because it can do multiple things. Vitamin C is an antioxidant. It's an anti-inflammatory. It has anti-aging properties. It's a natural moisturizer. It suppresses the production of melanin, and it might even do the dishes. It is one of my favorite products to work with. And when you're using the Vital C Hydrating Anti-Aging Serum, you're getting 5 different forms of vitamin C. So you're hitting it from every different angle. And the 5 different molecules of vitamin C that are in the Hydrating Anti-Aging Serum, all those molecules, the sizes are a little bit different. So the smaller molecules, those are going to penetrate your skin faster. The larger molecules would take longer to penetrate your skin, and this creates a time release effect that's going to be moisturizing your skin for the entire day. And so that's why I love the Vital C Hydrating Anti-Aging Serum. That is the one thing that I would take with me on a desert island if I could only have one thing. If I could only have one skincare product in my entire life, it would be the Vital C Hydrating Anti-Aging Serum. Again, I recommend it to all of my guests, and it flies off the shelves. Why? Because it freaking works. That's why. We're gonna move on. Vitamin D. Because we're up here in high altitude, a little bit closer to the sun, we have over 300 days of sun here in Colorado Springs, which means we are shielding ourselves from the sun. We're wearing hats, we're wearing sunscreens, and because we try to shield ourselves from the sun so much, everybody up here in the high altitude is vitamin D deficient. We all are, because of where we live. There is some debate, though, about whether you're using sunscreen, how that's going to either, one, prevent you from getting vitamin D, or two, it's going to increase the production of vitamin D. I don't have an answer for that. That is still an open debate, all right? It is well documented that sunscreen can help you prevent sun damage, of course, but there are no studies that suggest that sunscreen leads to vitamin D deficiency. So again, nobody has the real answer here when it comes to vitamin D. This is still an open debate. And then one more vitamin for you, vitamin E. It's also known as tocopherol. And this is a natural moisturizer, and it also helps to prevent damage from the sun, and this is how. When the heat from the sun hits your skin, it's going to warm your skin, obviously. And sometimes when your skin gets too hot, that's when we start to see a little bit of redness, a little bit of inflammation, and then the radiation gets there and we're having problems. Tocopherol takes the heat from the sun and releases the heat away from your skin so that the heat doesn't damage your skin. And another excellent benefit of vitamin E is it works great for your lips. So if you ever have, you can get vitamin E oil from anywhere, it works wonderful for your lips. Any questions about vitamins?
What was that word you said about vitamin E?
Its technical term is called tocopherol. It's also can be pronounced tocopherol. Any other questions about vitamins? Yeah.
So you said retinol is a form of vitamin A. What is the difference?
So vitamin A, let's say the vitamin A is the tree, and different kinds of retinols are the branches of that same tree. So there's a common one would be tretinoin is another form of retinol. It's another form of vitamin A. So vitamin A is the tree, retinol is one branch, tretinoin would be another branch.
Does it go through a chemical process to become that
It does. It does. Absolutely. It's how it's manufactured. Any other questions about vitamins? Yeah.
Vitamin B5 is about long skincare. Is there a difference between
Yes. Yes. Okay. There are about a dozen different derivatives of vitamin. There's vitamin B5, vitamin B12, biotin is one, niacinamide is another. They all do different things. Biotin is a protein instead of a vitamin. So that helps. Proteins, again, hold your skin together. Those are the building blocks of your skin. So when we age, those building blocks start to break down. And that's Any other questions about vitamins? No? All right. Now I'm just going to quickly move on to a few, a few common ingredients in skincare. That way, when you're looking at skincare products for your guests, instead of looking at the front label, you can have a little bit of confidence turning it over and looking at those ingredients. Because even I still get intimidated when I look at those ingredients. I'm like, I can't pronounce this. I've never heard of this in my life. What am I going to do here? So I'm just going to go over just maybe 5 or 10 common ingredients that you can look for and you go, oh, that's in it. That's what this does. First of all, it's going to be hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is what's known as a humectant. Humidity, humectant means water. Hyaluronic acid works from the lower layers of your skin out. That's what hydrators do. Hydrators work from the inside out. Moisturizers cover the outside and protect the inside. So a humectant or a hydrator, like hyaluronic acid, glycerin is another humectant. What they do is they bind water and they hold it at the surface of your skin. In the same way that an ant can hold 50 times its weight in water, or 50 times its weight, hyaluronic acid can hold 1,000 times its weight in water, holding it there at the surface of your skin, hydrating your skin. It also draws water from the air, and it draws water from lower layers of your skin. And again, it just holds it there, right at the surface. It binds so much water that if you even have a glass of water and you put 2% of hyaluronic acid in a glass of water, it'll turn into a gel in less than a minute because it sucks up all that water. Again, humectants work from the inside out, moisturizers work from the outside in. Lactic acid. That is in alpha hydroxy acid. And a lot of the words kind of just like humectant, water, lactic, milk. Lactic acid is pretty much sour milk. That's kind of what it is. In fact, Cleopatra herself, she used to take baths in sour milk because it would renew and it would make her skin look beautiful. At the time, they didn't know why. It was because of the lactic acid. But literally, sour milk is a form of lactic acid. And what it does is that helps, it's a chemical exfoliant. So what that does is it helps to break down the dirt, the oils, and the dead skin cells on the surface of your skin, so it can easily be removed later. So there's lactic acid. Another alpha hydroxy acid to think about is glycolic acid. This is another alpha hydroxy acid. It helps to break up the dead skin cells and dirt and oils on the surface of your skin. However, glycolic acid is kind of serious stuff. In fact, glycolic acid is so serious that they decided that you needed a special certification in order to use it. That's how the aesthetics industry was born, because of glycolic acid. Bacachio. This is recently this is going to be really popular, and in the next few years you're going to start seeing more bacachio in skincare formulations. This is a natural alternative to retinol. Okay? It's called bakuchiol. I'll write it down for you. Oh, doesn't really show up very well. Bakuchiol, bakuchiol. This is a plant from Eastern Asia, and this gives you the exact same benefits as retinol. It helps with turnover, it helps with inflammation, and it's also more sensitive than retinol, and you don't get the side effects of retinol, because if you're using a retinol, it makes you more sensitive to sun, it makes you more sensitive to waxing. So that's why we ask our guests if they're using a retinol before we're waxing, because we don't want to do that, because they'll definitely will start lifting over an eyebrow. Will start lifting their skin if they're using a retinol. Bakuchiol, you're good, you're fine. It's a natural alternative to retinol. You can find bakuchiol in the clear cell line, and a lot of the, I would say about half of the products in the clear cell line have bakuchiol in them instead of the harsher vitamin A's. Squalene. That is a natural moisturizer, and it comes from two different sources. It either comes from the liver of sharks, or it comes from green olives. We've kind of grown up a bit, and we're moving away from the sharks, and we're going more into the olive oils. Image Skincare definitely uses the olive version of squalene, and what that does is it's a natural moisturizer. So again, that's going to work from the outside in. That's going to create a healthy barrier on the outside to protect your skin, so it holds all the moisture inside. Again, I can't say it enough. Hydrators work from the inside out. Moisturizers work from the outside in. Kojic acid. You can find a lot of kojic acid in the Illuma line. Kojic acid is a brightener. It's a lightener. It helps to even out the skin tone. So if you have a guest who's suffering from sunspots, or if they have discolorization, or if they're suffering from melasma, kojic acid would be your go-to. And again, the Illuma line has tons of kojic acid in it. And then we're going to finish up with my very favorite one. This is my very, very favorite. Green tea. Green tea is my #1 favorite ingredient. Here's why. It's an antioxidant. Antioxidants help to bring unhealthy skin back into balance in a calming and soothing way. Can anybody tell me what an antioxidant is, or a free radical? Have you heard of you've heard of free radicals, like on the commercials and stuff? Go ahead.
We kind of talked about it yesterday.
Okay.
About earth elements, weather, stuff like that.
Oh, okay, perfect. Awesome. So yeah, an antioxidant helps to bring free radicals back into balance. So technically a free radical is a molecule, it's a skin molecule that is missing an electron due to either environmental exposure, sun damage, smoking, things like that. So you have a molecule, you have a full molecule, and a free radical will knock it out. One free electron, and now there's one electron just kind of floating around. This free electron is just going to float off into space. It's gone. It's never coming back. So now you have this incomplete molecule floating around looking for its electron, and what it's going to do is it's going to steal an electron from its neighbor. And now this molecule is missing an electron, so it's going to steal an electron from that neighbor. And it's going to steal and steal, and this creates a chain reaction that damages your skin. An antioxidant puts that electron back into the molecule and brings everything back into balance, and it stops the chain reaction. Green tea is an excellent, excellent, excellent source of antioxidants. I like it topically. I like to drink it. I like to put it in honey and just stick it, especially after sun. Just take some honey, open a green tea packet, mix it in the honey, and stick it on your face. Right after sun is perfect for you. Also, green tea helps to reduce redness in the skin. And how it does that is it helps to constrict the blood vessels in the skin. The redness that we see in people's skins, like rosacea or inflammation, those are expanded blood vessels. and they're expanded and they get closer to the surface of the skin, and that's how you can see the redness. You're actually seeing the blood because it's so close to the skin. Green tea can help to constrict those blood vessels. Also, vitamin K can do this as well. Vitamin K and green tea, they can help to contract the blood vessels, moving the blood vessels further away from the surface of the skin, reducing the redness. Any questions about the ingredients?
Can you say that?
Yeah, bakuchiyo.
Is the bakuchiyo as effective as the retinol?
It is, yes. It gives you the same benefits as retinol without the side effects.
So would we assume that we would be going that direction rather than retinol in the future?
Yes. Currently, the European Union is in. Sorry. Excuse me. Currently, the European Union is in the process of banning retinol altogether. We're going to be seeing this trend. That's why bakuchiyo is starting to get more popular, because retinol is starting to get a bad name. And it's because of the sensitivities. It's because of the redness. It's because you can't do things like chemical peels or waxing or anything with retinols. Yes, they're effective for anti-aging, but there's so many downsides that it's almost not worth it. In some cases, I would say if you have like a clinical grade or if you have a medical grade retinol, great. In the Image Skincare line, the retinol that I would suggest would be from the Image MD line, that is their Restoring Retinol Cream. That is a clinical grade form of retinol. In fact, the Image Skincare MD line used to be a medical only line, but now they've released it and allowed cosmetologists, nurses, and estheticians to use it. Any other questions about ingredients?
Are there any side effects to that?
I have not seen or I have not read about any side effects of bakuchiyo. I have some at home that I use in my formulations, and it also has a beautiful scent. It's like a florally scent to it. But yeah, I use it myself at home, and I put it in a little bit of a hyaluronic acid blend, which is fantastic. But I have not seen any side effects, and I've never read any studies about side effects of the bakuchiyo.
Is there any ingredients that we should like stay away from that are in a lot of like things?
Oh, yes. Oxybenzone in sunscreens. Oxybenzone, that is a terrible, terrible thing. Again, it's also in the process of being banned in many countries. It can create allergies, it can create irritation in your skin, and it also is very ineffective underwater. That's why when you go to the beach, everybody's wearing the oxybenzone. It just flies right off your skin and goes and kills the fish. There you go. That's another reason why it's being banned. It's in the process of being banned around the world. So any sunscreens with oxybenzone, stay away, stay away, stay away. In fact, probably in the next year or so, you probably won't even see it on the market. Image Skincare just launched a brand new sunscreen line now, Daily Prevention. No oxybenzone at all in those products. And they also have a brand new technology, an antioxidant technology that helps to moisturize a little bit deeper into the skin, which I've never seen any skincare product ever do that before, let alone a sunscreen. And the SPF, the new SPF 75, that also moisturizes your skin, it reduces redness, and it also has the new antioxidant technology. I've tested it, I've used it on my clients, I've been sampling it since February. In my opinion, the SPF 75 from Image Skincare, it's the most sophisticated sunscreen on earth. Nothing comes close to it. Any other questions? Yeah, go for it.
We've had snail mucin come up a couple times.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts?
In my opinion, I'm half and half. Yes, there are true benefits to it, but it's still a little. There's not enough research to back it up. So, in my personal opinion, I think it's still a little trendy at the moment. I think we need more studies to show the actual effects of what it can do.
What was the question?
The effectiveness of snail mucin. I don't think I've seen a few studies that have been inconclusive. I just think we need more time to study snail nutrition. So at the moment, kind of like slugging, it's a trend. And until we get more research, I don't really feel comfortable answering a question like that. But when it comes to, we can go back to slugging, the Biome Plus line from Image Skincare is a sophisticated professional form of slugging. The Cloud Cream from the Biome Plus line, it's excellent. I use it myself. I'm wearing it right now. And I think it's just a more professional, more sophisticated way to do that. And it also, the Biome Plus line, specifically the serum, that has vitamin B niacinamide in it. So you're getting a little bit of the effects of evening out your skin tone. Then it has the fermented squalene, which is a moisturizer that works right at the surface. So you're getting a nice healthy glow. So this is a more sophisticated version of a glow/slugging. I definitely recommend the Biome Plus line. Any other questions about anything at all that has to do with skin or aesthetics or the business or anything?
What about azelaic
Azelaic
acid?
acid, that's a beta hydroxy acid. So what that does is that, again, that helps to, you want to, alpha hydroxy acids are more of like on the exfoliating side. Beta hydroxy acids are definitely exfoliators, but I would use the beta hydroxy acids for more people with oily or acne skin. Alpha hydroxy acids for other things.
So you talked about earlier the vitamin.
Yeah.
Have you had any clients that are on
I haven't run into that issue, so I can't really answer that. I've not come across that problem. I haven't had anybody have any reactions to people who are. Oh, yeah, I haven't, honestly, I haven't had any, yes. I haven't had any experience with that, but if I do have experience, I'll be able to answer it, but I haven't come across that yet.
If you have a client that wants to be on the more affordable side, are there any like drugstore brands that you
Yeah.
recommend and trust?
Two. There are two over-the-counter brands that I would say are still healthy and they have good formulations. The Ordinary and CeraVe. Dermatologists will still offer you CeraVe. I think out of all the different tons of different products, those are probably the two that have the most healthy formulations and the most effective formulations for that price. I'm sorry, which one? I don't know. I haven't heard of that one.
It kind of reminds me a lot of the
Yeah.
the one that you just said before.
Okay. Van Cream? Van Cream. I've never heard of it.
I've used it for my kids.
Yeah. How's it working
It
for
did
you?
really well.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
I completely cleared up what is it? Some cradle cap,
Oh.
eczema, and it's really good.
Cool. I'm gonna write it down. Thank you. I'll have to look into that. All right. Any other questions? Well, I think we're right. Well, we still got a little bit of time. Let's do this. Can you, I'm just going to ask a few questions, then I'm going to give out some prizes, and then we'll be done for today. How's that sound? All right, sounds good. So, first question. What is a humectant?
like brings the moisture out
When an electron separates from a molecule. Close. You're very close. Go for it.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what you were gonna say. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm saying it does not have that.
I have all kinds of different gases. I just made this today. So here you go. This is a vitamin K serum. So if you have dry skin, what kind of products do you want to use for somebody with dry skin?
Use more oil based.
Correct. More oil based. Okay. These ones. Somebody with oily skin. What kind of products do you want to use with somebody with oily skin? Water based. Correct. What do retinols do? Renew. Retinols renew. What do peptides do?
Protect.
Prevent. Yes. Retinols renew. Peptides prevent. If you go to that website right there, ReshaSkin.com, if you go to my social media's on there, if you go to my Instagram, I have a highlight on my Instagram, and I do a product highlight every week with Image Skincare. So if you're having a tough time understanding Image Skincare, just go to that highlight. I do one every week, and I just do a total breakdown of what this product does and how it works, and I think that would be really helpful. What does Baka Chill do? This is a vitamin K serum. Again, vitamin K that helps to reduce redness. It also helps to constrict blood vessels to reduce redness. And they also use it in healing scars and wounds after plastic surgery. And before I go, I'm just going to do a couple quick samples here for you. Does anybody have any other questions for me before we go? Go ahead. I would say vitamin E would work better on cold scars. I'm just gonna, who wants more? This is a, I'm not sure if I have enough for everybody. This is a multivitamin moisturizer, vitamin A, vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin E. I originally developed this moisturizer to heal tattoos. If you go to that website there, I have a little store that you can buy some vitamins.
Is that where we get the book as well?
You can get the book from there as well. Yeah, it's on Amazon, or there's a little link on that website. Any other question about anything before I go about facials or the business or product now, anything at all? I'm here for you.
Where would you get the bucket peel?
You can get it. There is a place called makingcosmetics.com, and that's where I get it from.
I'm a cosmo. And I've really been thinking about ways to use the esthetician side in my business. Besides waxing and facials, are there anything else that I can incorporate?
Waxing facials, stuff that's really popular. Lash lift, right?
That can be done like during processing and stuff like that?
Yes, you can generally do a lash lift in 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
physical exfoliants, there's enzymatic exfoliants, and then there's chemical exfoliants. Excuse me. So physical exfoliants is exactly how it sounds. It's like little micrograins or little bamboo spheres. Sometimes it's rose quartz. And that's an actual physical graininess that's going to push and sweep away the dead skin cells and impurities. An enzymatic exfoliant is like a plant extract, like pumpkin extract, or papaya is another one. Pomegranate is another one. These are all enzymes that eat away at the dead skin cells, the bonds that hold the dead skin cells to the surface, so that you can easily remove them in a little bit. Chemical exfoliants are like alpha hydroxy acids or beta hydroxy acids. Those again will chemically eat away at the dead skin cells and the oils so that you can easily remove them. So physical is physically sweeping them away. Enzymatic is eating away at the dead skin cells, and chemicals as well do the same thing. They eat away and break down the dead skin cells and the oil so you can sweep them away. Any other questions? Go for it.
So speaking of chemical and enzyme exfoliators,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of bust a myth, I guess, is it better to do a physical and chemical exfoliant before or after you wax your legs? And it's kind of weird.
Before or after you wax your...
Legs, or I mean anywhere.
Oh.
Really. Because somebody was saying that if you do it before, it cleans up the follicles. But when I was talking to someone else, and they said you should not do that because the follicles are already open.
So there's a double exfoliating. We don't want to double exfoliate. So you don't want to do a facial and a waxing in the same day.
Okay.
You can do separate days, but I've had guests where they're like, "Can I get a facial and a chin wax?" And I'm like, "No." But there have been instances where I have used waxing itself as the exfoliation step in the facial. So I've done my cleansing, and then it's time to exfoliate. I just skip the exfoliating step and just do the wax. And then I'll move on to a mask, a calming gel mask to calm down the redness and the inflammation. Like the Ormetic mask is something that I would use. It's a gel base, it's very calming, very soothing. So you don't want to double exfoliate. You only want to exfoliate once a day. It works very. It works for small. There's a dozen people at Prodigy Salon, maybe. That's including administrators and managers. And yeah, it's about. It creates a. It can be scaled. Honestly, it can be used for a small business or it can be used for a large one. Prodigy Salon has 2 locations: one in Colorado Springs, one in Salt Lake City. And this program is working. The idea behind it is. Not only do your guests get a value with the membership, but the stylists always have somebody in their chair. And your guests move around the salon. So that means, because I have a membership, let's say I want to go, if I have a membership and I want to go see Stacy for my facial. All right, Stacy's my favorite girl. I love Stacy. I'm gonna go see Stacy for my facial. Great. Well, sorry, Stacy's busy today. Well, we can go over here and Brandy can do it for you because Brandy has the exact same education as Stacy because of our level system, because of our education system. You're going to have somebody doing a vivid color right here, right next to somebody